The fire is out, but the environmental disaster is just coming into focus, especially here at Bear Creek. Public Works Director John Vial says now the focus is preventing any further damage to the environment.
We want the public to understand this is an environmental emergency that's not done. This is an ongoing issue.
Vial says there was an unknown amount of oil, kerosene, and diesel that spilled as a result of the fire. A portion of it has entered Bear Creek, storm drains, and streets, but it's unclear how much. Vial says this week's rain only enhanced the spread of the materials.
Petroleum products are hazardous materials that affect drinking water, are very detrimental to wildlife, are very harmful to the environment, and these are things that need to be cleaned up as quickly as possible.
The U.S. EPA joined Oregon's DEQ and other local agencies on site Thursday as the cleanup work begins.
I mean, we understand on a conceptual level the problem is we've got fuel on the ground, we've got fuel in the creek, but exactly understanding where it is and how to best address it is challenging.
But the work isn't solely in Bear Creek. The teams are also focusing their efforts on making sure no more petroleum products leave the Central Avenue site. They're emptying the fuel from the above-ground storage tanks, spreading out sand to clean up the road, and placing booms in Bear Creek to block the fuel from traveling further downstream.
Our efforts are divided between cleaning up the site where the petroleum release occurred, cleaning up the stormwater system and the surface of the streets, and then our focus in the creek to make sure that there's no impact, off-site impact to wildlife or ecological receptors.
The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife is also aiding in the effort. It's managing the response to oiled waterfowl and any other impacts to fish or wildlife. Megan Dugan with ODFW says its survey team found a handful of birds that are being taken care of by a bird rescue operation in Medford. At this point, it hasn't seen any fish affected in Bear Creek, but the work is far from over.
We are still conducting assessments looking for any affected fish and wildlife along Bear Creek.